you guys can see me. What's up? You got me? You guys see me? Yeah, you got me? All right, I'm gonna go ahead. What's up? What's up? Let me go ahead and toss into the chat, into the update chat, one more invite link and let everybody know we are indeed live. I don't usually promote these too much because I want to see who shows up based off of interest and how interested they are in what we got going on here. Okay, so we go. And this, I do believe, is being, yep, it's being recorded. Boom, just toss it in the chat. Let's give it a second. Let some folks hop on here. We'll go through everything. Man, we got a lot to go through, but I am going to try to keep this really quick. Am I coming through loud and clear? Just out of curiosity. What's up, Jason? Good to see you. Rick, what's going on? What's going on? Good to see you. It's Eric, what's happening? Eric, how we doing? Rick Daniels, what's up? What's up? What's up? Good to see you. Good to see you. Hey, real quick, let me go ahead and grab something. If you are with me day one and you are in the founders chat, if you have to ask yourself, am I a founder? Then you're not in that, right? Just let you know. Just want to pop something in your chat. Okay, guys, so check it if you're in the founders chat. Boom. Okay, just toss something in there. All right, so let's kick this off. What's up, Juan? Good to see you. Good to see you, Jerry. How we doing? How we doing? Man, it's good to see you guys. What's up, CJ? What's up, my man? How you doing? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. All right, let's kick this off. How many people we got in here? I think we're good. I think we're good to move. You guys good to move? We're good to move. All right. So I'm going to show you guys what we're going to go through, and I am going to try to keep this as quick as humanly possible. But you guys know me. Very long-winded. Okay. I talk too much. I think this has been established through all these years. I think you guys know I talk a little bit too much, so I am going to try to go ahead and run through this really quickly. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what we're going to cover. All right. For those of you who are wondering about Elite, it is indeed live in the back office. You can go sign up for it. I'll show you where to go ahead and do it. And I'm going to show you what's in it. Okay. Ricky says, why never? Yeah, sure. All right. What's up? Coach Steve, what's up? Coach Steve in the building. All right. So this is what we're going to get into real quick. All right. And I'm going to speed through some of the stuff. Okay. But some of this I'm going to slow down and take some time on because I want to make sure you guys have everything you need. For those of you who want to get upgraded to Elite, see what's in there. And I want to show you guys some of these indicators that I've been working on, okay? So let's go ahead and hop into this. So first off, market conditions, I want to talk a little bit about those because they are crazy, okay? They are crazy. The market conditions have been absolutely insane. I think we all know that, right? If there was like a poop emoji that you could put in the chat, I'm sure you would whenever you talk about market conditions because my goodness, they've been horrible. But you guys know, whenever you're, I'll just say this, all right, when it comes to market conditions, when Bitcoin goes to $70,000 or $80,000 or $100,000, what are people always saying? Man, I wish I would have bought it when it was 30K, right? Yeah? Let me know in the chat, right? Isn't that what they do? Isn't that what you do? Isn't that what I do? Isn't that what everyone? Man, I wish I would have got in earlier. My goodness. And then when it goes to 30K, they're like, oh, it could be going lower. It's not low enough for me, right? So people always get this wrong. They're always buying at the wrong time and selling at the wrong time. They sell at the bottom and they buy at the top, right? So anyway, the market conditions being what they are, I'm not too excited about it. See, I wish I bought at 25K, right? Because now we're at 30, and what happens if we skyrocket up to 40 next week? So anyway, yeah, that's the way I look at this, okay? People are always doing it wrong, right? DCAN, yeah, definitely. Also, I'm going to talk about some market conditions. I want to show you guys where I think things are right now. And then just the Elite, what's in it? What's the opportunity there? I want to talk a little bit about the real opportunity here inside of Karbon, right? It has so much more to do than what you guys have seen thus far. And then hopefully my not so long-winded rant, because we both know that I can get kind of long-winded with this stuff. So real quick, market conditions, okay? I'm going to hop into a chart real quick and show you guys what is actually happening, because we are at a very strange place. I think, okay, I think that we've had some capitulation going on. I think that the markets, as far as the, I'm going to go share the screen real quick. Let's go boom. Share screen, boom. Okay. All right, you guys can see a chart here, just a normal chart. This is where I think we are. I think that we're in a position right now. I mean, last week was the last, like, May, pretty much entirety of May has been the worst actual time in crypto as far as the dips are concerned. Okay. And if you gotta zoom into this stuff, what is going on here? Let me back out. Why are you doing that? There we go. All right. If we take a look at these charts and we see where we are, we have had in the last red candles that we've had on the weekly time frame, guys, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we're in our 8th week. We're 2 days away from closing in our 8th week of red in Bitcoin. Do you guys realize that this has never, ever happened before? We've never had this. We've never had this go down 6 times, let alone 8 in Bitcoin's history, right? So when I see this kind of stuff go on, I agree with you, right? It's time to buy. We're looking for it to flip. All right, we came down to 26K. All right, and could we go lower than that? Yeah, I think we could wick down, right? A lot of times you wick down on these last legs, but I think what's playing out is we're getting close to the bottom on Bitcoin, and we can kind of see that when we look at what the NASDAQ has been doing. You guys know I always talk about the NASDAQ and the correlation. What the NASDAQ has been doing and what the dollar has been doing, the DXY, not the dollar, but the DXY, right? What the DXY has been doing, it's been going down as well. So we're starting to get a little bit relief. This is a big candle down. If this continues, it'll put us in a really good position, because from a 10,000 foot view, what is happening in the economy is the Federal Reserve, what the governments are trying to do is they're trying to stop you from spending money. Because if you spend money, what happens? Inflation continues. They look at this as a supply and demand thing. They want to lower the demand, right? So that inflation can go down. If they lower the demand, inflation goes down, right? And so that leads me right into this, Sean. The Fed, what they're trying to do is raise interest rates and trying to, at the end of the day, do whatever they can to make everybody feel poor. They make everybody feel poor. If you want to boil it down to what they're really trying to do, is they want you to feel poor. They want the stock market to go down. They want you to feel like you don't have enough money. And so you stop spending. And when you stop spending, the demand goes down. Even if they didn't fix the root problem, even if they didn't fix the supply issue, right? And so now inflation goes down. That's how they're trying to do it. So they raise interest rates to make sure less money is pumping is in circulation, to make sure that you have less money in your pocket, to where when you look at your 401k, it is down. When you look at your assets, they are down. You feel poor, you spend less money, and therefore inflation can now be fixed. Now, I disagree with that whole thing and how that whole cycle happens, but at the end of the day, that's what's going on. And if you take a look around America and around the world, people are feeling pretty damn poor. So I think they did a really good job at doing a bad thing, in my opinion. Right? And I think that's where we are. So I think that we're in a position right now where a lot of people do feel poor. They're spending less, and we've seen that over the last week. When you look at some of the staple stocks, right? When you look at Target and Walmart and all these stocks that should still do really good, they're down too. Okay. So that's what's going on at the end of the day. And there's signs that that plan that they implemented is actually working. So it sucks. It really sucks. But this is a market cycle that we're in. And we're at the bottom of the cycle. We're at peak fear, peak pain. Could things go lower? Yeah, sure they could, right? And if they do, I'm going to tell you why at the end of this, it wouldn't be so bad for us as a community. It wouldn't actually be so bad for us, okay? Exactly, Haycon. Exactly. So this is kind of where we are, guys, is we're at peak fear. The markets have been crumbling, but they're starting to show signs of cracks, and they're starting to, certain things are starting to come back. You look in the horizons, like manufacturers are talking about how they're having more of a surplus down the road. They can look down the road and see that more of a surplus is coming in. So I think we're getting close to the tail end of the bottom, and we're able to go ahead and flip it. I think the next couple of weeks can be pretty exciting. Maybe we'll go down a little bit more, but I think that we're in a position where we can start heading back up, and we're at the bottom of this market cycle now, and boom, we get to go off to the races. Now, here's, at the end, I'll talk about why for us, specifically us, okay, inside of Karbon right now, it's not a bad gig, because we have a chance to ride this wave all the way up, number one, and I'm going to show you guys at the end of this how you're able to profit from this in a very unique way that's not happening except for inside the system, okay? So we'll circle back around to it. But that's my thoughts on the market. It's at peak fear. It's at peak, we're at a place where the capitulation is real. Now you have average investors capitulating, right? Which means they're just selling off. And once that's done, institutional investors can come back in, buy, and push everything right back up, okay? All right, so let's talk about this, all right? Let's go ahead and move on. And we'll circle back around to this, because these market conditions play very heavily into what we're doing next and what's going to really be putting some wealth in everyone's pocket inside of Karbon. All right. So let's go ahead and pop back in here. All right. So Elite, let's talk about that. You guys want to talk about Elite and see what we got going on in there and what's happening? Yeah. Pop in the chat. Let me know. Like, yeah, let's go. Let's talk about it. Detail. Yeah. Very cool. All right. So Elite, this is what we do. This is what we're doing inside of Elite. Okay. We officially begin Elite on Monday. Okay. Why do I say that? Because next week we're going to be doing 4 webinars just with Elite members, okay? Where we're going to be walking you guys through everything that's in Elite, how to set it up. There's some cool stuff happening, and it's an ongoing thing. So we're going to be doing 4 webinars next week, all right? You'll get an email over the weekend with a schedule, and they'll be posted right in the Elite section back office, where you guys can go ahead and register for those webinars, okay? So, okay, Damien, cool, you're already in. Who's already in? Let me know. So if you're already in, say me. Yeah? Okay, cool. I'll get that first email out then, okay? All right, pretty cool. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, again, starting on Monday in the United States time, right? We're gonna go ahead and do our first webinar. So we'll have a webinar on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, all right? We're gonna have 4 webinars going on, okay? Because there's a lot of stuff to go through. It'll be kind of a deep dive into the markets. You guys are going to get some cool indicators. You're going to get some auto trading indicators, all kinds of stuff. All right, so let's talk a little bit more about that. So inside Elite, we get a couple things. One, you get 2 additional sub accounts. Those are inside of Karbon. Inside of Karbon, you'll be able to add 2 more sub accounts in, and there's a reason why. Because I'm putting out. I have so many indicators that I'm putting out. You guys are going to want those, right? Or if you want to use the legacy indicators, okay, they'll be there as well. Also, multiple trend-based indicators. Okay, let me show you what those look like. You guys want to see one of them? If you go on over to and again, we'll be opening this up next week, but if you go on over to the Karbon trading view page, you're going to see this right here. There's a new indicator called the Karbon MA3, all right? The Karbon MA3. If I click on this, you guys can see what it does, all right? This is a new indicator. This is an Elite only indicator, all right? And I'll show you what kind of win rates we're talking about, okay? There's a reason why it's an Elite only indicator, by the way, all right? There's a reason why. It's because of how it functions and what you guys are able to do with it. Let me go grab it. All right, here's the MA3 and how the money management works in another section I'm about to talk to you about, okay? So this is the MA indicator, all right, the MA3 indicator, all right? And when you look at the MA3 indicator, this is a 45-minute on Bitcoin. Check this out, guys. Look at this. This is an indicator you'll have that'll fire off into the system, take trades, open trades, close trades, all that stuff, right? It's auto. Right now, we've been working on the money B indicators, okay? The money B indicators. And those are not designed to take losses. We'll be making a change to that. But for right now, when we talk about the MA3 indicator, this indicator is going to be for Elite members. You guys are going to have access to it. And I mean, just on the 45-minute for BTC, you got a 95% win rate. Why a 95% win rate? Because it does take losses, right? It does take losses. And you can configure this, right? When we get into this, okay, we're going to talk about how this is put together. You can configure this with fixed take profits, and you'll be able to configure it with fixed stop losses as well. But usually this gets out of trades based on an average true range, an ATR, okay? An average true range is how it gets out of trades, how it determines where to get it out. All right, we'll talk all about this. For those of you who are traders, for those of you like been around or you've done trading or you know anything about this, I see the line there. What do you think about this? Look at this. This is following trends. So when we are going down in a market, okay, the indicators we have now are pullback strategies. They take longs when we're going down. These indicators take shorts when we're going down, and incidentally, longs when we're going up. You see this area where we had a pump right here? We had a couple longs fire off, and you would have won those, right? And guys, this is without money management, right? This is without us applying the secret sauce, the money management sauce, okay? So you can imagine how cool this can get really quickly. But when we're in an uptrend, when we're in an uptick in the market, we're taking longs. When we're in a downtick in the market, we're taking shorts. Right now, the indicators that we're using don't do that. They take longs or shorts based off of overbought or oversold, okay? So that's where we are. And Darius says, going with the trend by default is the best way to go by far. I agree, yeah. The problem is finding that trend. So we have literally, there's 3 mechanisms built into this to determine what the trend is, which is cool, okay? This right here is 1 year out. So whenever I show these on webinars and stuff, I'm showing like 1 year out on charts, okay? Yeah, 1 year out. That's usually what I do. And this is on Bitcoin, mind you. Bitcoin's a hard one to kind of nail down, right? Because it doesn't move very fast, all right? And if I go and take a look at like other timeframes in here, you're getting very similar results. Of course, what I'm going to be doing. So here's the 1 hour, okay? What I'm going to be doing is configurations on these and giving you the links, and you can copy them on over, okay? Yeah, this is even after the crash. So here's leading up, right? Here's March, going into April, boom, we start crashing. You notice that it quickly shifts to shorts, okay? We go back. You guys want to go back to where we're at all-time highs. Here's all-time highs. We're taking longs, and boom, now we're taking shorts going down, taking longs all the way up. You see what I mean? So yeah, and this is V1 of this, guys. Okay, so when you guys you know, don't hear from me for a few days, right? If you don't hear from me, if I'm not like, if you're PMing me and I'm not responding or something, please understand that I'm not just kind of like hanging around, you know, hanging out, just chilling, right? I'm busy, and I get I do not stop, right? We get busy taking advantage of the opportunities and the skill sets that we particularly might have, right? And one of the things that I've been working heavily on are new indicators for you guys, not just for Elite. I've got other indicators that are going to be replacing the money B indicator that we have now. But I've got literally 8 indicators that I'm dialing in slowly, different trading strategies, some indications that you guys have probably never heard of, right? So yeah, there we are. All right, just want to put that out there. Okay, so this is what's going on. This is one of the indicators that we're putting into Elite, and there is different money management strategies, okay? Yes, Max, they have stop losses built in. Those do take losses, yeah, most definitely. Okay, so those are some of the new indicators. We'll get into some more next week on these lives, on these webinars that we're doing. Also inside of Elite, we have some new proprietary auto trading software. All right, this allows you to follow outside traders and more. What do I mean by that? Well, all the Elite members, and you'll get access to this. We'll talk about this on Monday. Okay, you'll get access to this area. I don't want to give it to you prematurely, even if you're in Elite, so I'm not going to show you where it is. But there's a whole nother trader inside of Karbon, and it does 2 things. It looks much like the trader that we have now, only you're going to see that the green logo at the top. This is an external site that you'll log into, okay? Your login for Karbon as it exists now works there. So I'll send you a link. I'll go, hey guys, you can go log in. If you're an elite member, to let you in. If not, then it won't let you in. And this is what you'll see, right? You'll see this area right here, okay? And what's going to happen is you'll have two traders on here. You see there's one trader, auto copy trader, and then the MA3 auto trader. That's why I'm showing you that indicator. The auto copy trader is to copy trades of external traders, which we have one, right? Who is a manual trader. You guys, you might have seen this. If you're on the other webinars, did you guys see the results of what my buddy's doing? Yeah. Again, he's outside of Karbon. I can't feed auto trades I can't feed my trades auto into Karbon, because that would turn this entire thing into a security offering, right? And that would violate SEC regulations. But you can subscribe to somebody else to push them through outside the system. So that's what we're looking at. And just for some of his results, I'll just toggle through them. I mean, I don't like to hype stuff up, guys. You know me, but my God, when he gets ripping and roaring, it is kind of nuts. Okay, it is kind of nuts. Yeah, I'll just pop through a couple of these. All right. So when he gets moving, it is crazy. And right now, one of the reasons why I haven't been is Kevin's twin brother, Evan. No, I'll have him out on a webinar. I'll have him out on a webinar for you guys as well. You can meet him. Okay. But one of the things that, you know, when we look at copy trading, he's a manual trader. He's opening up trades manual. Okay. And he has a different money management style than what we do. You know, so he's doing like 50x leverage, and we're closing out trades once they get plus 50% and so on and so forth. So there's multiple take profits and multiple, you know, areas where you take profits. You get out 100% of your trade, boom, you shut it off, and then you let it ride. That's what we do. That's what he does. And I've been doing that quite a bit lately, and it's absolutely phenomenal if you can time the market right. He's better at that than I am, right? By far, like 10 times, obviously. That's what he does. So that will be available to you guys once he starts trading again. You'll have access to it, right? It'll be right here, right, to copy the auto trader. But right now, he's waiting for the markets to flush all the weekends out, right? Hit the bottom, and then start showing some semblance of market structure and following market structure again. So I would imagine that this portion is going to be probably a few weeks out before you start seeing trades in this area, right? But the MA3 auto trader will be there to go for you. And the MA3 auto trader, running off of the MA3 indicator, does this kind of stuff. You can actually set different take profits and stop losses based off of different currency pairs inside of MA3, the auto trader. Now, if you're like, whoa, what do I do there? You can just watch a short video on how I'm doing it, right? But different currency pairs, we want to have different leverages and different take profits. And you can program this elite auto trader to do that, right? So I can say on Bitcoin, I want to take shorts at 20x leverage with 1% of my trade. Take profit one, I want 50%. I want my stop loss to be negative 25. Oh, by the way, once it keeps going, after I close out half of that trade, go ahead and close the rest out when it hits whatever. With the stop loss here. Multiple take profits, multiple stop losses in play. For those of you who have traded, how freaking cool would it be to be able to program in, based on currency pairs, what your personal risk tolerance is? And if you go, well, I don't know, then you can follow Kevin's. And you're like, oh, well, I'll just follow Kevin's, because he put a video back there of what his particular settings are with the chart, with the link to set it up. Like, that's what we're doing. This is all inside of Elite, right? And again, it's on a different auto trader, right? It's on a different site. You just go log into that area, I'll let you in, okay? So that's what we got going on. If you guys want to upgrade to Elite, you'll see in the back office, it'll say upgrade to Elite right here. It looks like a diamond. And what will end up happening is nothing crazy. You'll just get on a list. You'll have access. You'll see Elite in the back office. And then later on tonight, I'm going to be sending you guys an email with a schedule. So later on tonight, my time. So by the time you wake up an email will pop out there, and every so often I'll send out that email again, letting you like, hey, here's the schedule, here's the link, get on, and you'll have access to a whole nother area, and I'll be giving you guys updates, okay? So that's what we got going on, all right? That's what we got going on. So having said that, you guys can go pop in there. If you're if you're a VIP member, it's just the monthly. If you're not a VIP member, I mean, all this stuff has been, if you've been in Karbon, you guys can go click on that. It's unique to whatever your situation is, right? So you can go click on there, see what the price is, and go hop in there, okay? And if you have any questions, pop on into support, let them know, okay? Just go click on upgrade to elite, you'll see it right there, boom, okay? Now, the real opportunity, I want to talk about this, okay? Because this is ridiculously important. Let me take a sip of my coffee here. How long have we been on? Have I kept you guys on here for like 4 hours already or something? Or have I not? We're only 28 minutes in. Oh boy. All right. That's not bad. That's not bad, right? That's not bad, right? For a guy who likes to talk too much. That's not bad. All right. So I have more time to talk about some stuff. All right. So the real opportunity, I want to talk about this, okay? Obviously, Elite is going to be freaking crazy, and we're going to be spending a lot of time together. Man, if you don't like listening to my voice, then I apologize because you're going to hear too much of it. However, yeah, Karbon Coin. I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to give you kind of a sneak peek of what we're doing, okay? Whenever we're in these times where there's max fear, or when people are talking about, oh, we're in a bear market, which I think we've been in a bear market for quite a while, right? Under 20% drop from the all-time high. We're in a bear market. I'm not sure bear markets apply to Bitcoin like they apply to everything else, but we've been in a bear market, right? That's where we've been. And I think that we have a chance of popping out of that, okay? But what we're doing, the real play here, and we'll talk more about this, the real play with Karbon is not just the trading on the back end. It's not just this, all right? You guys know that inside of your back office, okay? Let me show you something. Inside of your back office, you'll see something that I haven't really talked about. I'm gonna go on into Karbon. I'm gonna show you something because this is where this is the future, okay? Everybody in their back office will see this right here, okay? This profit share program, okay? You guys have seen this, right? And when you go into your profit share program, you see something like this, asking you for a USDC wallet address, all right? Now, I told you guys, I asked you in the video, hey, go pop a USDC address in there. But you don't have to yet, and I'll tell you why. Okay, you don't have to yet. Okay, I got overzealous. I get excited. Don't even worry about it for now. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there, but don't worry about it for now, right? Because the question that we get is, what chain, which address, and it's USDC, but the what chain and the what address and all that kind of stuff is going to be solved very, very quickly when you guys get access to your own Karbon wallet. Okay, you guys see my screen? This is a Karbon wallet, right? It's a desktop application. You guys will have access to this. You guys are going to get your hands on this. Well, you'll have your own decentralized Karbon wallet, okay? And you'll be able to just click on this receive button and put that USDC address right here, okay? Now, why would we do something like this? Why would we have this, right? Because we have a couple things going on. We have the shareholders program, right? And this is the first time I've shown this on a webinar, by the way, right? We have the shareholders program, but then we also have the profit share program. And the reason why is because we're about to launch something that is going to change the entire game for the crypto space. While cryptocurrencies are going down, and while we're in this bear market going sideways, you'll have some massive rallies if we are in a bear market, right? And I think ultimately we'll go sideways and we'll go up. But one of the reasons why we've been working nonstop, okay? Oh, and by the way, the wallet is for everybody. Everyone will have access to this. You'll all get access to it, number one. And the profit share program is for everybody who is an active member inside of Karbon. Why? Why would I say that? Because we're going to have a lot of people who are not active members inside of Karbon here very soon. Here's what we're doing, okay? You guys paying attention to this? Perk up a little bit. Give me a yeah if you're paying attention to this, because this is really important. Like, yeah, I'm with you, Kev. I got you. I hear you. I got you, dude. I know some of you are probably trying to upgrade right now, and I'm disturbing you. My apologies, but I gotta you gotta hear what I'm about to say. What we've built inside of Karbon is a software that you can use to manage your trades, right? Now, inside of Karbon, we have indicators, we have all these cool things that we got going on, right? We're doing all these indicators. Like, I don't stop making new trading strategies, right? Back testing the manual, testing different combinations of things together. Like, it's go for me. I'm always staring at a chart, looking for the best trading strategies. When I go ahead and make one that I really like, that does really good, we put that on an indicator, and boom, I put it in my back pocket, and I go, all right, we're going to go ahead and use this, and we're going to crush with this thing, and I move and I make more, right? My goal is to have 10 indicators that are all unique, that are just freaking insane, that nobody else has access to except for us. But there are a lot of people in the crypto space that are trading on Bybit, on BitGet, on all these different platforms that we are on, right? We're adding in BitGet, right? That's happening. It's going to take a minute, right? But we're adding in BitGet. So we have all these people that are already trading on these platforms, and we have all these people that are out there using TradingView. And they don't have the luxury to push through a trade to have it money managed for them, do they? They can't just go click the button and push it through. So what we're going to be doing is we're opening up a coin for Karbon, okay? A coin with a very unique liquidity pool opportunity with it. But every coin needs a front end product, needs a use, needs a reason why it exists. Do you agree? It's the utility, needs a reason for it to exist. Yeah? So the reason why our coin exists is because it powers our trades. And we're going to have a front end version on Karbon where people can manage their trades like we do in the same sort of fashion. Of course, they won't have the indicators and the cool stuff we have, but they'll be able to manage their trades. Simple software on the front end that is powered by Karbon Coin, and they have to purchase it like credits. And on every single purchase that happens of that coin, right? We take percentages of that and we feed it right back into our active Karbon members, you. So what we've done is we spent the last over a year building out a software, a community, which we have actually a whole new community we're going to be giving you guys the whole chat and everything. We built out a community of people that are trading. We worked the bugs out of a lot of this stuff, right? God bless you for those of you who started this with me, you founders. I freaking love you, because what we started over a year ago has led to this. We will be having our own coin on the front end with our own liquidity pool opportunity, with a unique compensation plan that pays you on the pools you create. More to come on this, right? You're creating your own liquidity pools. It's going to be insane. But on the front end, powering all that, guys, is a software that all these traders that are out there using Bybit and BitGet and all that stuff, they need it. They need it. Yeah, man, CJ, right? For the trading space, it could be like gaming or NFT tokens like Access, Gala, Sand Ape. We could crush this. So we get to, as a community, take a coin from zero to massive levels. You see it happening all the time, but it's hard to catch those. Well, what if we just make one? That's what we're doing. And a portion of all those go to two separate groups inside of Karbon, right? Shareholders, obviously, and the profit share program, which is everybody. So that's what we're doing, right? So my God, this is where we're headed, guys. So if you think, like, if you look at, you can't look at things as a glass half half empty, right? I look at things as a glass half full. Even when the markets are down like this, I go, oh, very cool, right? I mean, it sucks because you might be stuck in a long. Like, that sucks, right? It sucks. But there's opportunity in these bear markets that happen. In these bear markets, in these times where everyone's running around the streets with their hair on fire, all upset, going, oh, my portfolio is going to crap. And you might be feeling that way too if you're stuck in a long trade, right? There's opportunity. That's when the biggest opportunity gets created. And that time is now. We have to capitalize on this now. We have between now and the end of the month to have that entire front end platform up and running, right? Coin out, wallets go, liquidity program up and running, right? Earning you multiple levels, gonna be nuts, guys, okay? And that's where we are. So we'll talk more about this next week. I'll try not to talk too much about it next week on those elite calls. I'm sure I will though, right? What is the software that non-carbon users would use? They would use a trading software that is like the one we're using, where they can go open up a trade, push it on through. We're giving them that functionality, but they have to buy carbon coins. And when they do, our community gets a piece of it. It's gonna be crazy. All right, what is the impact of the current process and how we trade? What is the impact? How does this impact our current process and how we trade? It doesn't impact how we trade right now, but I mean, more money in your pocket can't hurt, right? Because what happens is Karbon coin is going to be in liquidity pairs with USDC. So you can, if I gave you Karbon coin, you can flip it into USDC on the site immediately, okay? So more manual traders, elite is auto, right? So let's go back to elite. So inside of the elite section, I'm going to be teaching you how I do, how I go ahead and get into manual trades, right? How I open up trades, how I close trades, how I do all that stuff. I'm going to be teaching how to do that. But some of you might like that, and some of you might be like, yeah, okay, that's cute, right? I don't care. So I just want the auto trading. So it's got the best of both worlds. We are doing auto trading. I'm going to teach you how I look at charts and how I trade and how I come up with all these things, right? But also, you're going to be in a position where you can just auto trade, right? That's what the auto traders are there for, right? And we're adding into obviously more indicators, more auto trading, and so on and so forth. And next week, we'll be doing a webinar every single day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, where we'll be getting on and we're going through an entire, setup. Here's how you set things up. Here, training, right? Is that needed? No. Do I want to do it? Yes, because it's gonna shift mindsets and it's gonna shift how you look at these markets. Okay, guys. So there we go. All right. That make sense? Let me do it. Daniel, no. Can't do that. You don't know, Robert. You won't need to. Absolutely, you won't. Oh yeah, some of it's different and some of it's not. I work very close with CKI. So yeah, some of the indicators I'm making specifically for them, Glenn. Oh yeah. Okay, great. So what's the monthly? Okay, so the monthly in elite is the monthly in elite is $100 a month, right? If you're a VIP member, right, then you actually, it doesn't even matter, right? Just go on in the back office. I'll show you. This is a faster way for you to get that. Any answers on, how much does it cost to upgrade? Go over here, go to upgrade to elite, click that button. That's it. Referral program for getting people into elite? Absolutely, Damien. So yeah, there'll be a referral program to where you can get people in elite. It already exists. It's under your partner program right here. There's a link where you can send people to do that, but that'll change too, right? That'll end up changing. By the end of the month, there'll be some drastic changes to that. You got to be able to pivot and change on the market and what they're doing. So Max says, so $100 per month for elite and $50 per month per regular carbon? No, just upgrades. No $50 per month. If you upgrade to elite, it's just $100, right? Yeah, there's no plus 50. That'd be That would be what I'd call, that'd be price gouging. We operate, you guys know this, you've heard me say this, we're here to serve. You guys would be shocked how much of what we bring in, we send right back out to our members, right? That's what we do. That's why we do a shareholder program. That's why we include that in the front end of all coin sales. Once we open up the coin and things start going nutty, I think those of you in the shareholder program are going to be shocked at how fast that gets erased. So, quick question for Kevin. Those of us who got liquid in Luna trade, is there time lapse for us to get in shows? No, there's no timeline for you to get in, but I would get in kind of as soon as possible, please, if you could. If you get a chance, please just message the help desk. We need to get you in there. Okay. Just message the desk. Message help desk. Can we go ahead and connect Elite to Bybit? Yes. Yeah, you'll be able to connect Elite to Bybit, right? Absolutely. So Elite will go, when you get into Elite, you'll be able to connect it to Bybit, and very swiftly, very fast right now, what we're working on, okay, is having BitGet in there, okay? We're working on having BitGet in there. That's for our US folks. We want that as fast as possible, okay? We decided to Elite to view the upcoming webinars. Yes, those upcoming webinars are only for Elite members. And if you're, I'll be putting out some updates and sending out emails on where to find those too. Okay, guys? Yeah, me too, Mark, actually. I'm starting to like BitGet more and more, actually. You know, does BitGet allow leverage? Yes. So BitGet allows leverage in the United States. If you're in the US, no KYC. No VPN. You can see that's one of our priorities right now, right? Don't go sign up for BitGet yet, right? We are going to have a place where your whoever brought you into Karbon can go ahead and put their link in there. There is referral links. We want to make sure we follow that, guys, right? Yeah, in Canada too, right? They're registered. So yeah, just don't sign up for BitGet yet. It's not going to help you right now anyway. But we want to have a kind of a smooth rollout of that. When we add BitGet in, we'll say, hey, it's in there, and there'll be a thing that says, hey, you know, get with your sponsor hasn't updated their link yet. We want to have the referral link going, because you never give and exchange money if you can, you know, the person who brought you in, if you just sign up through their link, then they'll get the trading fees instead of the company get the trading fees. Do you want the company to get the trading fees? That's just ridiculous, right? We want whoever brought us in to. Okay. Yeah, me too, Hugo. I mean, Bybit's great, but I'm really digging what's going on with BitGet, guys. So, like an estimate, we're trying to push all this stuff through by the end of the month. Okay. Yeah, Sean, do your thing, man. Again, you guys, when it comes to getting into Elite, I think, I mean, for me, knowing what we're doing in there and the new trader and all that stuff, I mean, my goodness, right? But everyone has to make that decision for themselves on what they're going to be doing, right? And how much funds they have allocated now. And it's my job to try to make sure that you have more of those funds in your pocket, right? It's not going to be needed. And in fact, I mean, the shareholder program is going to go away. That's based off of liquidations at default settings, provided you haven't like pulled a bunch of money out of account, or you can't open up a trade, pull a bunch of money out of account, liquidate, and go, oh, I liquidated. No, right? But we have that protection in place. Why? Because we are not afraid to take our profits and give them to our members. That's how we're just not afraid to do that. We are running a business here at the end of the day, mind you, but our fiduciary responsibility is to our members, right? Integrity, service before self, service before self, members before us. The folks who are using the coin on the outside are not in this group. They're not going to have access to these things. Our loyalty and our fiduciary responsibility to serve is to our active members, to you, not the person using the software on the front end. Totally different ballgame, guys. That's going to generate you that'll generate a lot of coin sales, right? And how many? It also depends on you, right? If you're promoting it, talking about it, showing people it, right? Again, it depends on you, in a lot of this stuff. But this is just us. This is our family. VIP is not open. Where'd this go? Okay. When we sign up for Elite, we'll be under, absolutely. When you sign up for Elite, you will be under the same person, okay? We don't do credit cards. We don't do credit cards. And the reason why we don't do credit cards is because that, I mean, one of the reasons why we're using crypto is to get rid of those kind of things, right? The whole point of crypto is it's a transaction between two individuals, right? And there's no intermediary. Yes, there's fees on the blockchain and to send stuff, right? But when you look at how money moves in the world and you have credit cards, a credit card, when you swipe that card, you're going through multiple transactions. Multiple people have their hand in that pie, right? I mean, if I sold a product based on credit cards, there are fees involved and they are not fun, right? You're paying the fee for the swipe, you're paying the fee for this company for processing it, a fee for that company for accepting it. It's horrible. The whole point of crypto is to get all those hands out of your money. It's one of the big points of crypto, right? Yeah. Plus, you could do a chargeback, right? And, you know, as much as I love you guys, some people in Karbon are like, will do whatever they can to scam me, which is not cool, you know, but they will do whatever they can to do that. So we got to be careful. What's up, Vanderbeek? What's up, man? So yeah, there we are. Some of it's already happening, Andy. When people are upgrading, just so you know, when people are upgrading to Elite, there's no profit there for us, right? That goes into the shareholder program, FYI. So we go. Which, I mean, I'll tell you what, there were 40 or 50, does anyone, correct me if I'm wrong in the chat if any of you guys have been following this, there was like $50 billion worth of worth of money lost in Luna, like 50 billion with a B, right? Does anyone have that exact number? I hear it fluctuating. I heard 50 billion last night on Bloomberg News, which is crazy. It's crazy, like $50 billion, right? Because for me, guys, when I'm going to bed, what do you got? I don't know what your nighttime routine is, right? I don't know what your nighttime routine is, but for me, when before I go to bed, I fall asleep listening to financial news. Like that's how I fall asleep. I like going, boom. And so I'm listening to, you know, I like to listen to Bloomberg News because they cover the pre-markets. Once the markets are open, they're covering that. I really like it. I mean, there's a lot of like fluff in there where they're just showing what the markets are doing, but I like that because I don't have to look at a chart. They just keep popping it up there for me. It's great. So I pay attention to Bloomberg News. Actually, I'm probably going to get the Bloomberg terminal, and I think they quoted around 50 bill. Okay, so it was $45 billion was lost in Luna UST. Yep, which is massive, guys. Yeah, but they don't have a community that's taking the income that comes in and sending it to people that liquidated that. Does anybody else have that? Does anyone else have a shareholder program where we're doing this? Does anybody have this? Have you ever heard of this happening? Do you think they would? They don't. They'd be like, oh, well, risk is risk. And then they'd move on with their freaking day. But what we're building here in Karbon is a legacy play. While all these other cryptocurrency coins can flounder around and go down, we're going to have the only coin that is going up in value. And at the same time it's going up, having the liquidity behind it to stabilize it as it moves up. Nutty. With an actual customer base on the front end fueling that, so we can benefit from it. I've said this, I don't know how many times, like this joining Karbon will be the best financial decision you ever make. Might not always feel like that when the markets are depressed. You're like, man, I'm stuck in these trades, or I liquidated Luna, something crazy happened. Might not always feel like that, but I'll tell you what, in the long run, this is the conclusion you're going to come to. Hands down. As long as we have breath in our lungs, right? There we are. So yeah. Will Elite be available in 3 to 6 months? Absolutely not. Yeah, it'll get shut down. This too shall pass. Elite will not stay open forever, guys, right? None of this stuff will, right? It won't. Elite won't stay open forever. I am very eager. I've said this a gazillion one times. I'm very eager to get to a place where it's just us in Karbon, and whatever level you're at, you know, we'll do stuff at those levels, and we can all profit on the front end from what's happening on the front end, from the coin, from the products on the front end, and all that stuff. I don't like leaving things open. I don't want to have these things kind of open. I want to open up Elite. You know, anyone who wants to get in it, pop on in, right? If you don't, then you don't, right? It's up to you. I'd love to have you. It's gonna be crazy, but yeah. That's where we go. I also want to do some funds, and I want a charity inside of Karbon. Once we're done, when I say done, probably like it'll take a while before we get to that point. But eventually, when we have like spare cash, you know, from all these coins, see all these different companies that are out there, guys. They open up these coins, and what they do is they do an ICO, and they say, "Oh, well, here's our coin. You can go buy it at this cheap price." And they take all that money and they stick it in their pocket. But that's the wrong way to do it. The right way to do it is to take that money, have it balanced out in a liquidity pool, so that you have longevity in the coin, and don't look at how much money I can make right now off of my ICO. Look at how much you can make in a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years. That's the way you have to look at these things. Long term. If you started with a short-term vision, you will have a short-term project. If you started with a long-term vision, you'll have a long-term project. If you're looking at it, where are we going to be in 2 years, 5 years from now? Then that's where wealth can be created. Not on the short-sighted runs of how much am I going to make in the next 30 days, right? So, yeah. Turn Norton off, Rick. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, it says Norton blocked your attempt to access Karbon. Yeah, and yeah, Norton does that. They did that a long time ago, and they just left it. I just turned Norton off. You know they're actually mining crypto with your computer, by the way. Just so you know. Norton is using your computer's power to mine crypto. Yeah. So as they're telling you don't go to dangerous site, they're using your CPU to mine crypto. Turn that thing off. Get rid of it. Yeah. And what gives them the right to do that too, by the way, right? The arrogance of some of these people and some of these companies to think they can just do whatever they want to affect people's lives. It's ridiculous. The arrogance. How about you just serve other people, right? Do what's good for other people, and you won't have any problems, and you'll feel more fulfilled. It's not, man. It's not. Anyway, sorry, you guys are getting me on rants with these the chats. We're getting Proton. Yeah. How many manual accounts do we have under Elite? I don't know. I'm not even looking at it. I'm sure Tracy's on top of it. Oh, how many manual accounts? Oh, I thought you meant how many people. Some of this stuff, guys, you know, you guys might hear me say like, I don't know, Tracy handles that. Like that. I literally, some things I just don't know because it's not of my business, right? I will just, if I go on into certain areas, right, of Karbon, it's not my strength. There's other people that are smarter than me and better than me in those positions. So if I go on into those areas, I'm just getting in the way, right? I'm like, hey, how are we doing this? How are we going to do that? And they tell me, right? Tracy will tell me, you know? So I don't know. And if I disagree, it usually goes with, she says something smart, I disagree. She says something else smart, I go, oh, yeah, you're right. And then we go with that. That's how that rolls. Okay, so manual trading accounts. You got three more accounts you can attach, or 2 more accounts that you can attach on the front end of Karbon, and then of course on the back end, you're gonna have 2 more sitting there with the auto traders, right? On a whole nother domain name that we'll talk about next week. So literally like 4. Yeah, you don't have to do, once you get in, Tom, once you get in, you're gonna. I'll be putting on an update tonight with a webinar schedule, and actually it'll be in the back office. And I would have had it up, but been kind of busy. I'll put it back there. You guys will get access to it. You'll hop on the webinar with me. We'll go through everything. You just want to make sure you're in to be on those webinars, man. If that's you, yeah. What do I do with the funds? Actually, I'll put a video. I'll tell you what I'll do, Brian. And anyone who's in the shareholder portal, I'll put a video back there explaining it. Okay, that way there's no questions. Mitch, man, you were so. I should snapshot that comment you just said. He just said, Mitch says, for those of you watching this, people invest in companies that have good products, and others invest in companies because of the people behind the company. With Karbon, we have both. I can't tell you how much that means to me. I almost want to snapshot that and rephrase it and say, you must have the best products and be the best people so that people like Mitch will invest in your company. I appreciate you guys. I got to get out of here because I love you guys and I love being with you. And if you're in here for the long haul, just let me know. Be like, I'm in, lifer. I'm a carbonite for life. Just toss it in there. And I just appreciate you guys because we are here to serve. We're here to build. We're here to grow with you. We do nothing but try to make the products better and spend our entire lives doing that. And so when I see comments like that, just makes it make me want to go work harder. So I'll see you guys in Elite. I love you. And let's kick it off. All right, let's go.